Hey everybody. It's something a little different today. It's International Work on Your Truck Day, if you didn't know that. Um, it's something that my online truck club does with the Dodge Pilot House trucks. Pilothouse.com. It's pilot-house.com. That way you don't get a boating site. So what we do that's the pilot house behind me with a Challenger hubcap on there because it just seemed funny to do that one day. It was a present from somebody, so I said, hey, it looks good right here. And so what we're going to do is I want to work on my humpback for today's thing. All right, so let's get to it and I'll show you what I got. All right, explain International Work on Your Truck Day. It's usually the beginning of May sometime. I started it like 11 years ago. And whatever just kind of works out for everybody. The guys in the upper Midwest, they usually have snow and that sort of thing. And up until I guess May, and so I used to do it more around February, March, and they didn't like it because they couldn't work on their stuff. So what I'm showing right here is this is all a push-in dent with some rotted steel on this humpback. Let me come out here and you can see it better. I've been sort of putting pieces on it, trying to get an idea of what I have and what I need. I need some stuff right here, and so I put a little wood spacer in there to get me an idea where it goes. And this is the good side. It's a little rotted out too, right there, but it's got the right shape. It's got a little flip out, push out right there. Hard to see it right here. It's out here, then it swoops in. Go right there. So on the other side, it's kind of pushed in. That rotted out area down there doesn't help. So what I'm going to do is try and get everything sorted out. I put these car fenders on, just in case I wanted to go with a bigger wheel in the back. So that's the original fender right there. And it's looking like this humpback is a 37. So I know it's 36 to 38, but the grill is telling me 37. So this fender doesn't fit in here just right. I was sitting there trying to line up where the screw holes are. I don't know if you can see that, but it didn't fit very well. This will fit, but it'll hug in tighter. And so I'm thinking I'm probably going to go with the original size wheels anyway. So there's that. I'm not going to make this into any kind of monster ride. I'm probably just going to get it going, and probably, I mean, I paint my vehicles. I do my own paint jobs. But this one, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I just want to put a flat 6 in it. I may put this one. I have a whole bunch of them in the back. I'm going to decide, which route I'm going to go. Most likely a T5. I think I've mentioned that before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an outline, so to speak, kind of like a reverse buck, on the other side, so I can start hammering this out. I can try and, free hammer it to kind of get it into shape. But because it's tore up at the bottom, I want to make sure that I'm getting as close as possible. At least as close as possible to the other side, so they match. And that's what I'm going to do now, is I'm going to kind of measure things up and cut some templates. All right, here I go. Alright, so the first thing I have to do is Well, what I did was I got these on standby and see how, how true this is. This is going to be the one that, I'm going to run everything up against. Just this kind of section from the mid door this way and down. I just want to try and get that in shape on the other side. So I'm going to try and follow, try and get a general idea where the body lines are. And I'm going to take a piece of cardboard and start trying to shape it to about 3 different areas on this, and start there, and then kind of work my way back, see how close I get. I mean, just looking at it, this is pretty flat right here. It might have a slight bow here. I'm sure it does. If I was to really work this and sand this, it would probably look very wavy. I can feel this going across it. Seems like there's a few warps in it, but unless you block sand it, you don't know. And if I leave it somewhat in this shape, you'll never really see it. It's only when you paint it do you actually, you can see how wavy things are and how out of shape they are. But I want to keep this one fun. I don't want to win awards with this. I want to have some great days with it. So structurally, I don't know how much is behind this supporting the shape. So I have to go in the back and actually see what's there. That side has the insert on it. That's the damaged side. I have to see how many bolts are holding that in. And on this side, there's nothing. So you can see there, that's all I'm dealing with, is that one bow right there. That's really it. So let me open this up and see what's holding this in. Interesting enough, I had to find a handle to get into here, a handle on here, so that I could unlock it from the inside and get it to let go. And that little bungee up there is causing it to go back in. And I'm afraid to pull that bungee off, because then everything that's being held together for me to, evaluate it, I'm afraid that'll fall off. So I'm going to try and undo that and just put it around the body part of it, not the door. So wish me luck. I'll be right back. Alright, that was easy. I can't hold this camera and do stuff with one hand, so I suppose I should get a tripod for this thing. Alright, so now I'm going to see how many bolts are holding this thing in. Looks like not many. Maybe 2. Alright, let me pull that stuff out. Alright, so that sucker's being very stubborn. There's several screw holes around here. And that seems to be the only one that's holding it in. And of course, it's kind of stubborn in there. It's probably been the only one holding it in there for decades. And you can see the hole right there with the threads in it. And that's not holding it to anything. That one is holding it to that fender right there, but that's easily cut off. That one does not have to be cut off, but I may have to grind that off and try and get the threads of it out later. Seems to be a recurrent theme throughout this whole thing. So if I am unsuccessful in getting it out smoothly, then I can always pull the thread it or insert out and put in a new one. Alright, so that's what it looks like right before I'm going to pop it off. And so, looks like it's pretty straightforward. Not any real damage around it. But at this point, all of it's rusted and beat up. And I'm not going to care about a few nicks on here. So I'll take my screwdriver and see how close I am. See, I can see the washer teeth on there. Looks like a gear. So I know I got as far down underneath the head of the bolt, and so it's still kind of hanging over there. So I'll grind it a little bit more until the washer part of it falls off. Alright, got this free. Push it over there. Oh boy. Well, we'll try and get it in shape, and then there will be some metal replacement. Let's see if we can get it where it's supposed to be. And imagine there's a gap on there, on that side. A little bit of a gap. No, not like this though. So let's play around with that. Let's bang some metal. Okay, so my first hammer is this one right here, my right knee. Okay, I'll try using my foot. Just kind of see what I can get away with. Got my hand grabbing up here. Put it down there. Keep working my way. Trying to get rid of that peak right there. I don't need a bunch of that's where it's the strongest right there. And now you can see how pushed in that is. That actually is a bit better. So let's hit it with the hammer. See if we can push out. You can see how hard that scrape is right there. I mean, this is supposed to be higher than this. So let's see how it looks after I get it hit. So I beat it from the inside. I can't really show you what I did because again, it comes down to that spider's crawling out of here. But I beat it pretty good along here. My Australian buddies would call you a panel beater. That's why I was doing it. So I got it to kind of pop out, but because that metal is disconnected down below, I'm kind of getting the idea that when I get this hooked back up, that this kind of low spot up here, there's a low spot here, will kind of even out a little bit. This came out all right, but right about here, it's pretty rough right here. It's supposed to be low, 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 and right like about there. It's kind of bulging out from my hammer blows. So I'm going to kind of smooth those out. It's the hammer I like to use for doing that. It's kind of broad face on it. What I do is I strike it like this. I don't want to hit it like this real hard. I don't want to hit that. I like to just kind of hit it so it kind of does this sort of thing. Kind of keeps the blow from the hammer spread over a little bit, and that should tuck it back in so it looks more like it's supposed to right there. And then you just keep panel beating and keep shaping that thing up. I think because the bottom is so badly disconnected, I'm gonna skip the part where I took my scissors and made a kind of like a body gauge. I'm gonna skip that for today because I think I'll be happy if I get this thing close, and when I get some metal figured out for the bottom of it, I'll weld it back to the body so it's not open like that. So alrighty, I'll just keep working at this. Okay, so as near as I can tell, I got it pretty close to the other side as it is right now. Just hitting it a lot and you know, kind of massaging it with the hammer, seeing where I could get it. But the whole bottom of it's kind of rotted out, so I'm gonna have to fabricate something for that and see if I can get it all reconnected to the body. And you know, it's just what it is right now. It's a project that I want to keep going with and just keep it as fun as possible. It's not for racing. It's not for winning a car show. It's God, just like any of these old cars. It's just for me. It's my therapy. So all you guys out there on podhouse.com, happy International Work on Your Truck Day. Man, I hope you had a blast. Hope you had fun knowing that all of us were out here throughout the world who has an old Dodge truck, maybe had a chance to work on it. And this is definitely an older truck for me to work on. There's some of you guys out there that you know a lot more than I do about these trucks from the 30s. And so feel free to tell me what you think. I mean, don't be mean. I know it's an old beat up truck and it's a rust bucket and all that stuff, but for God's sake, don't be mean. This is just something I chose to work on, and last time I checked, I didn't have to check with you to see if it's okay to do that. So I'd rather you cheer me on than tell me I'm crazy. All right, man. I will talk to you guys later. Good luck with your truck, man.